Once again, I'm not sure. Hi everyone, please let me know if you can see me well, if you can hear me well, because I'm not sure if I'm already live. Yes, I mean, it says that I'm already live. Please let me know how you can see me, how you can hear me. Is everything okay from the tech side? Would be nice getting your approval so that we can proceed. This live session is a little bit unplanned in a way, because usually I'm doing lives on Thursdays, but yesterday I felt, not yesterday, for a couple of days I was feeling a little bit sick, and yeah, maybe the hot weather is affecting me here in Lithuania. We have plus 33 degrees, which is not that common. So nice to have you here. Please let me know where are you joining this live session. Hi, Madeline. It's so nice to see you once again here today. Thank you so much for joining this live session. It is always nice to see familiar names. So good to have you here. And I must say that I was today thinking about, yes, thank you. I do feel so much better, and yeah, I actually even did a quick running session this morning, so I feel more energized, and yeah. So I noticed that many of stores are starting their summer sales, and I thought actually this morning only, because I was not yet sure what topic should I be talking today, and yeah, so I decided that it might be an interesting topic to cover, and it also was quite interesting to lay out my own approach on sales, because I must say that I have read quite a few articles online just to get an overview what they are suggesting how to deal with sales. But I must say that I have a little bit different approach, and it made this topic even more interesting for me. So hopefully this topic is something that would resonate with you as well, especially when we are having sales starting this week actually. So yeah. Emmeline, hi, nice to see you. Great that I joined this time. Yeah, I'm happy you are here. From Philippines, hello. Oh my God, so nice to see you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this live session. I'm really, I appreciate your time. So this time I don't have any error. I got an error. Is everything okay? Please confirm, because I got an error message. Something about the keyframe frequency. My tech support, is everything okay? Please, could you confirm, because I can see that there is an error with keyframe frequency. Okay. If I'm not getting anything from your side, then probably everything is okay. Yes, thank you so much, Damla. Thank you so much for confirmation, because sometimes it might be so stressful seeing all those messages. And yeah, okay, so then let's get into this topic that I want to talk to you today about the sales. Have you already noticed that the sales are started? And I have noticed that some of the stores, they started the online sale, but their sales in stores, they are just getting ready for those sales to happen. So I think that it is quite a good timing to cover this topic. So thank you so much, everyone, for confirmations. Now I got so many messages confirming that all is good and we can proceed with our life. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot. I told you that I'm gonna share my outfit details. So today I'm wearing a blouse that is a Lithuanian brand. It's a very small brand. I don't think that they have an online store. So this blouse. Then I'm wearing a beautiful skirt, which is, you probably can see more details on my Instagram. I posted a picture, and my skirt also comes from a Lithuanian brand, this which is very beautiful and high quality pieces. It's Flow Femme. Maybe I will leave details later on so you can check out, but it is a beautiful brand. They produce sustainable pieces, and the price point is a little bit higher, but I'm just loving the skirt so much. And then I have a blazer that I got just recently during the sales, and it was 50% off. And it was a little bit too big for me, but I said, never mind. So, and I put actually this outfit together just because this blouse is actually again from sales. I think it was 3 years ago, and this is the first time I'm wearing this blouse. And I knew that there will be a time where I will love this blouse so much. So that's why I got this blouse. And today I want to share my tips. How do I perceive sales and what is my approach? Because I have been working in retail for a couple of years and seeing the the massive production and the margins and everything really made me made me felt very conscious about the things that I am buying. And on the other hand, I felt that sometimes we pay so much for just a name of the brand, and we do not receive the quality we should when we are paying that much of money. So I feel that my approach was formed through many different aspects and experiences. And probably I think that sometimes during the sales we might usually be affected by loads of people and the discounts we see. It's 50% off, 70% off, and so on. So there are a lot of emotions involved. And personally, I love sales because, as I mentioned, I believe that margins today are just way too high, and I love getting a piece for a fraction of the price. So why not? But in order to shop purposefully, you might consider several things. So today I'll be sharing those steps, things, tips in order to help you navigate successfully during the sales, and in a way also eliminate the frustration that you might have. So let me just check the chat first of all, because I can see so many of you joining. Travel capsule water for dips. Post on this, you look very elegant today. Thank you so much, Emmeline. Where are your earrings from? Those earrings are from H&M, I believe, and it is probably also 2 years ago or something. Greetings from Germany. Thank you so much. Thank you from Brazil. So nice to have you here. Okay, so let's proceed further. I will have a look after this short presentation into the questions, so you can leave questions right now, but for now I won't be looking to questions, so I can concentrate and deliver the topic that I want to talk about today. But later on I will answer all your questions, so you can leave them here in this live chat. Okay, and now getting back to the topic So how to navigate successfully during the sales and how to enjoy the purchases that we might get. So first of all, I believe that it is important to answer ourselves. How does the sales make you feel? How do you feel about sales? What type of shopper you are? I think that, the emotional value that we create about the clothing piece is really key in order to make us want to wear the pieces that we have. So starting from the identification of what feelings arises when you think about sales, because really I discovered that there are two type of people. So some people are glad and appreciate the fact that they can get a great deal, and others might be conscious about wearing the pieces that were discounted. So maybe there is something wrong and nobody wants those pieces and so on. So I think that it is important to, understand where do you belong? Do you like sales? Do you like taking this opportunity, or you dislike and you just feel this need to shop because, I don't know, maybe your colleague just bought something beautiful in sales and you feel this kind of frustration. And so maybe you just have to understand you can benefit from the sales or you cannot, and it makes more frustration. It brings more frustration than, purpose to your life. So by understanding this, the next step is to understand your needs, identify your needs. And I talked about this more in detail in my, I believe, 2 videos ago, so probably last Sunday. So there are 2 elements in identifying your needs. So the first one is what you are shopping. So our lifestyle is really, really important and determines what kind of clothes do you need. So knowing exactly where you're gonna go with that clothing piece, how you build an outfit around in, let's say, upcoming 2 weeks is important to eliminate the frustration once again. Now, if you are more skilled in shopping during the sales and I don't know, you have a good room for storage, for example, I know that sometimes for example, this blouse, I mentioned to you that I have around 2 or 3 years. I'm not yet sure now, but this is the first time when I'm wearing this blouse, and I knew that I'm very, very picky when it comes to patterns, and I usually appreciate a good abstract pattern. So when I saw this blouse, I told me, I love the pattern, I love the coloring, and I love the fit. But I just feel that it is a little bit too feminine for me right now. At the moment, when I bought this, I was raising my baby boy, so it was not, it was just, it didn't match my lifestyle. But I knew that someday I might like wearing this blouse, so that's why I bought it. And a couple of years later, here I am. I'm wearing this, and I love it. And so knowing exactly where you're gonna wear this piece and identifying how you might build the outfit around is really great tool to navigate through the clothing pieces that you see during the sales. And of course, what is even more greater, if you can list the list of the items that you want to buy. It is not for everyone, this step, because sometimes you might... I drifted away a little bit. So the next point to identifying your needs, the next side, is to understand why you are shopping. So what I have been talking about just a minute ago, that sometimes you need, to buy a white shirt or, I don't know, classic trousers or a dress. And you might be already very specific about your needs. You might identify your needs. And another reason why you are shopping might be that you just want to explore. You just want to have fun, maybe trying out new styles or color combinations. And maybe you are a type of buyer who likes, dig in and find something wow for, I don't know, half of the price. Why not? And it's also, again, brings you back to your identifying your needs. I mean, if I'm going to the store and I'm thinking that I need a classic button down, this is exactly what I'll be looking for. And this with this approach, I can eliminate other things that are already there in store. But on the other hand, I can also go to the store and think that, I just want to have fun. I just want to explore the things and maybe try out something new, maybe a colorful dress, because it's again, sales, it's a great opportunity for you to think outside of the box and try something new for a fraction of price. So why not take this opportunity, and why not to have fun? Yeah. So but in order to have fun and in order to shop purposefully, you have to identify your needs and understand what you are shopping for and why you are shopping. The next thing that I want also to cover a little bit, so the lure of bargain. So usually when the sales are happening, Black Fridays, or even during the sales, and also not only during the sales, but also with cheaper fashion labels, you might be, affected by the idea that, buying 2 t-shirts instead of the price of the one, and so on. I think that it is important nowadays to understand that never consider that this is the only chance that you can get this piece, this designer piece, for the price only today. In retail nowadays, it's overloaded with options, with sales. So therefore, never feel the pressure to buy something right now because of the price point. It's not useful to anyone, to your wallet, to this planet, for anyone. So, and I think that nowadays we really do have so many opportunities to shop. So do not do not feel the pressure to buy it right now. Okay, so moving on to the next step. After identifying your needs, after getting rid of those traps, psychological traps, there is the next one, which is quite an interesting, and I have found that in consumer psychology it is known as a choice support cognitive bias, in which we ignore the information that doesn't support our desires. So meaning that usually when we are already trying out something, we already can identify the major flaw. So most of the times when we buy a potential not to wear clothing piece, we already know that something is not really very perfect about this piece, but because of the pressure we might feel, because of the idea that we might create about this clothing piece, we decide to buy it. So typically the scenario goes like this, that there was amazing, I don't know, silk blouse, and you like the color, the silky touch, and the price is just unbelievable, and they gave an additional 20% off only for today. but you know that, this boxy fit is not really right for you, and you consider, and you already know that something is wrong, and you can identify it. It is the fit, it is the length of the sleeves, the neckline is not flattering on you, you don't like the shoulders, or the length is quite weird on you, and you already know. And what is interesting, that when I was clearing out my wardrobe, and after reading this article and the psychological side, I realized, and I can almost remember all those the pieces that I'm not wearing, or even with the price tags still on them. I could identify and remember myself that thinking, I'm not yet sure about, is this really me, or something is wrong about the fit, and so on. So I could list the reasons why, and what is even more important, those reasons, how do I feel and see myself, they have not changed throughout the time. If I find that this clothing piece has a weird fit on me, it does. That's it. So now, here are two options how you can solve this situation. Sometimes there are ways where you just fell in love with clothing piece, and you know that something is wrong, but you just don't care because you already love this clothing piece for other reasons. I don't know, maybe you love the color and you feel really inspired, maybe the fabric. So there is an emotional aspect to this, as I mentioned, which is really very important. If you feel that the clothing piece makes you feel good, that's it. It's the best fit for you. So sometimes you might feel that you like I got some notifications and it's really distracting. So sometimes you might feel that something is wrong, but at the same time you feel and you know that it is so you. So it is possible for you to fix it, to tailor it. Otherwise, if you know the reason and the flaw, the major flaw of clothing piece, why is not perfect for you, then just leave it. If you don't like it, you just leave it. That's it, and walk away. So when I bought this blazer, I actually, it was size 46. So it is quite too big for me, but I just instantly fell in love with the fits, even oversized fits, and I really liked the color and the texture, and that was it. I didn't care that it is a little bit too big. I don't know, I just love it, and I love wearing it, and it makes me feel great. And it also been the last piece, and I think that I got it with 50% off. It's a win-win situation. So that's why I think that it is important to, understand yourself really well, and to say out loud what is wrong with clothing piece, if you if you think that there is something wrong, and do you want to deal with it, or you just want to leave it and that's it, walk away. So now the next step, which is also very important, and I covered in why we not have what to wear, is to think in outfits. Again, for me, what works the best for me is when I am starting to create the outfit, building it with a key piece. So for example, today I decided that great, after 2 or 3 years, I want to wear this blouse. I feel the vibe. I feel that it's already the perfect timing for me to try out this blouse in action. So this is my blouse. I took this blouse and then I started to think, okay, so what do I want to wear it with? Maybe I can add a color from this blouse, and then I don't know, I just decided that I want neutral skirt, so that's why I added this skirt. And then I don't know, I just added this blazer because I love it so much, and I wanted to talk about this blazer because I got it on sale. So this is how I created today's outfit. And thinking in outfits really makes your wardrobe work for you, because you are thinking how you're gonna wear this piece, and you are also thinking where you're gonna go in this outfit. And the best is when you feel the excitement about the clothing, about the outfit that you created in your mind. So this is a green flag for your sales bargain. Now, the last step when it comes to successfully shopping during the sales is to do a little bit of homework. I usually, and this is a general rule, I mean, if you are shopping during the sales or you are just shopping in during the regular times, so to do your homework means that we have to think about the ways how we can incorporate our new clothing pieces within existing wardrobe. So sometimes it might require to build a mini capsule wardrobe that I already talked about in the last video. And of course, it requires some time and effort, because you have to try the things out and see how does this thing work with the rest of your wardrobe. And sometimes I like to think about, especially when I started to shop more consciously, that it is like, inviting your a new clothing piece into the family, into your existing wardrobe and pieces, and to see how they just get along together and what combinations you can create. So I think that doing this homework really eliminates the frustration that we might have. And it's also right now the returning policies are so good. You have at least 10 or 14, sometimes 30 days to return the clothing pieces that really don't work. But sometimes if we do not do the homework, we end up with clothing pieces still with the price tags on them. So I think that, doing this homework is really important if you want to become a successful shopper. And I don't know, it just creates more happiness around your wardrobe. And how do you feel about your wardrobe, and how do you feel about wearing the pieces that you own? So yeah, I think that those are all the steps to consider if you want to do some purposeful shopping during the sales. As I mentioned, personally, I love sales, and but again, it depends, what mood I'm going to the stores and what are my expectations. So understanding those steps just makes the process, just makes it easier to navigate, and just creates more purposeful shopping during crazy sales. And now I want to have a look into our chat. How do you feel about sales? Would be very interesting to hear your opinion. Do you feel frustrated, or do you feel that you are, winning something, that this is an opportunity to get something for a better price? How do you feel? It would be really interesting to hear. Ciao, Delia. Ciao from Italy. First time I catch up your live. Thank you so much for joining from Miami. Hi, Eliza. Lady Gecko. Exactly. I always think about when will I wear this and can I combine it with at least 3 other pieces that I already have. If not, I'm not buying it. Never regretted this. Only if I bought the piece anyway. Yes. It is really important to understand how you will be styling it and where you will go with this clothing piece, just in order to match the lifestyle we have and to match with the rest of our wardrobe. That sometimes I must say that I skip this rule if I am in a phase of creating a capsule wardrobes, for example, mini capsule wardrobes for so sometimes I might just buy the piece if I'm loving it, and later on I find out the ways how I will be wearing it. But it is it is a little bit different when I'm working as a stylist, and for me it's part of my job to know what is happening in stores, and I don't know, I just feel natural inspiration when I'm looking to the clothing pieces, and I love to be inspired by clothing pieces. So my interaction with my wardrobe might be a little bit different from a regular one. So I love sales. Delia says, yeah, I think it's really, especially when I was working in retail and seeing the massive amounts of clothing pieces. I mean, prior to that job, I never been to a stockroom in my life, and I never ever could imagine and realize that a stockroom might be 4 floors and filled with so many clothing pieces, and it just blew my mind. Actually, I just was so surprised when I first got into the stockroom, and when I saw this whole process of new things coming in every 1 week, and then all the discounting pieces and everything. I don't know. Especially when I was working there. Now I get a little bit better again with this, emotion when, I don't know, I'm buying something. But usually I think that we pay too much for clothing pieces in most of the times, unless, it is a sustainable brand, and unless you really know that they keep the sustainability in all of the levels of the production, because there also been so many, situations where the brand might be considered sustainable, but then they are, getting their fabrics from in not sustainable ways. So yeah, it is a tricky one, and yeah. Maybe I'll just leave this topic. Okay, now, Elisa, I approach sales carefully. Sometimes I feel sales are leftovers. I always have a list of what I need and try to be on the lookout for those items. It's really great approach, Elisa, yes. And I think that, this realizing yourself and what type of shopper you are really might diffuse the shopping fatigue and the stress you might have. And if you feel like the sales are leftovers, then it is totally understandable that you want to have a list of things that you need, and in order to buy consciously the things that you really need. So it is a little bit different from the ones who are, happy to buy something, and they might feel even glad that somebody did not buy this amazing dress. Yeah, there was a time where I really liked buying during the sales, because I felt that there are gonna be less people wearing the same clothing piece. I don't know. It was some sort of phase in my life where I had this approach towards sales. So yeah, I think that our approach also might differ from time to time, depending on lifestyle and our needs. So yeah, hola from Peru, Lima, hi, Trebeo Lopez. True, if you know what you have in mind with a certain and where you go with the style, it is an art form to build a new style around in certain centerpiece. Yes, so having in mind I think you are talking here about the creating an outfit around the central clothing piece or the main clothing piece that might be a statement piece, as we already talked. It might be a very colorful and even tricky to style, or it might be, you know, a basic, I don't know, t-shirt in blue color, and you just take that as a anchor for you to start building an outfit around it. So it usually other pieces just complements that clothing piece. So yes, there also was an interesting, yeah, maybe also we sometimes might think about our, you know, approach on fashion. And for example, the same goes for trends. What is our approach towards it? So some women, they feel that they like to be more on timeless and quite classic side. So of course, you know, knowing your style and might be helpful in order to avoid those emotional shoppings that usually end up just hanging in our wardrobes. And identifying yourself as the one who likes to experiment and who likes to try out new things might find maybe even more joy in sales. But it is, again, important to understand your needs and to address them in the first place. So yeah, do we have more questions to cover today? It's really, really amazing to have you all here, and I really hope that I was able to deliver something interesting today, because I was going through several articles online, but I just wanted to share a little bit different perspective on sales and how to navigate those. So, hello, are you still here? I really hope that it was interesting for you, and I'm not sure if we do not have any questions to cover today. Maybe I'm just going through my notes. Maybe I haven't mentioned something. So let me just check, because I still have some time and we can hang out together if you want to. So the emotional aspect. Yeah, we already talked about this, that, we do create an emotional value to a clothing piece. And some people appreciate the fact that they get an opportunity to get a great deal during the sales. And some people might feel that they are dealing with leftovers, as Eliza, I think, felt in a way. Hello, Marge. Hi, hello. So, I was also, very surprised when I found out this consumer psychology scenario known as a choice support cognitive bias, in which, as I mentioned, we ignore information that doesn't support our desires. I mean, this is so interesting because shopping is always a very connected to very emotional aspects, and sometimes not knowing our needs or wanting to justify in a way the things that we buy, it's just very obvious what we are doing. And I don't know, it's just interesting for me. Can you recognize yourself in those situations when you look at the clothing piece, you look at yourself in the mirror, and you think, I like the color, I like the fit of it, but the length is weird. And if you bought it anyways, do you find yourself wearing this clothing piece? Or anytime when you are browsing through your wardrobe, you think, oh, this is the weird length blouse, I'm not going for it today. So it's very interesting because for me, it really resonated very much, this information, and I really could revoke this feeling in myself where I was considering that something is false about this clothing piece, but I didn't listen and I bought it anyways. And when I was cleaning out my closet, I thought to myself that I remember this reason. I thought that the color is weird on me, and you know what, it is, and it doesn't work for me even if I put some makeup on. So this is not my color. That's it. Goodbye. But yeah, it is interesting that we know usually what is that major flaw about the clothing piece, but sometimes the aspect that it is 70% off just drives us, and we buy those faulty items. So that is really interesting discovery for me, at least. And I would say that in a perfect world, we should buy the things that we instantly feel, this emotion that it arises. It just makes you feel great. It makes you feel want to wear this clothing piece. It makes you feel, it makes your eyes pop and your skin glow, and you just feel great about wearing this clothing piece. So I think that this is the most important. Yes, now, hi from Egypt. Hi, hello. Thank you for joining. Elisa, thank you for your input and wise advice. I did use your input from last week to revamp my teacher wardrobe and took advantage of my local sales. Wow, that's so nice, Elisa. So nice to hear that. And thank you so much for joining this live session once again. Midline. I used to be the person that bought everything on sale in my size just because. I'm much more decisive now and use the rule that the new item must make at least 3 outfits to come into the family. Yes, that's a great rule, and I can see that so many of you are already making very conscious decisions, and you think through the things that you are buying and how you will combine those, how you're gonna create the outfits. It's really great to hear that, because in order to skip that emotional shopping, to prevent from emotional shopping, we have to understand how we're going to use this clothing piece and what we can create and how it will add value in our existing wardrobe. Okay, now having a look into Aberata question. What is your undertone, cold or warm? So the coloring is quite a big topic. There are also many different theories about the colors. One is dividing your coloring, into summer, winter, and all the seasons. And another one that I like more is to think about, are you cold, warm, or neutral? So having a look into your colors of your eyes and skin and your hair, and sometimes your coloring might change. For example, if you get, I don't know, if you change your hair color, or it might slightly also change during the summer when we get tanned. So what is your undertone? So you can define by many different rules, looking to your veins, but this is quite a tricky one. So yeah, basically, if you have very light hair, let's say blondes or gray hair, blue eyes, you probably be on the cold side. If you have deeper tone, brownish dark hair and brown eyes, you probably are more on a warm side. I myself, I'm neutral, so I'm in the middle and I can pull different colors. I also think that, if you are cold toned, not necessarily you have to wear cold colors. Sometimes you might create really very interesting combinations wearing the opposite. But it's again, once you understand more about the colors, and you can create that balance with makeup. So for example, if you are warm toned and you add a bright lip, you might pull off different tones clothing pieces, and you might create a very interesting combinations. So yeah, but basic rule goes that if you are on the cold, you should wear or cold tones will flatter you more, and if you are warm, you might look better in warm tones, and if you are neutral, then you can do both, but not too far away from the scale of the depth of the color. I love a challenge to take one unusual piece from my closet and make a cool outfit with it. Maybe that's odd. That's super fun, and this is super useful because those challenges really help you to, first of all, understand how you can wear the clothing piece, and secondly, sometimes we tend to wear the clothing pieces in the same ways. Doing this type of challenges really makes us think outside of the box, and also get to know your clothing pieces and to see your clothing pieces in a little bit different perspective. So I think that this is amazing, Marge, what you are doing, and would be interesting to hear how often do you make those challenges. I mean, if it's one time per week, is it one time per month, or would be interesting actually. And I was also thinking about the challenges. Maybe, I don't know, I might do some challenges as well, maybe on Instagram. I'm not yet sure. I was also thinking about creating a class and going more into details and practical steps in order to build a mini capsule wardrobe, because I received many messages from you asking me how to do that practically. So maybe that would be a fun thing to do, and to create mini capsule wardrobe just during the live and chatting with you, and even we could share the pieces and show onto the screen, but probably not on YouTube, but in a private group. Would be really interesting to hear your opinion. Would it resonate with you, and would you be interested in some sort of, 3 hours class? Would be Interesting to hear your opinion. Please share more outfits on Instagram. Okay, yes, I'm listening to you, Abir Atta. Thank you. Yeah, I was actually not so active on Instagram because I was I don't know, just maybe even a little bit skeptical because Instagram has its own style. But I thought that I just don't care. I basically go and post what I like, and it's a way to express my personal style as well, and it's a way to connect with you as well in a little bit different way than what we are doing here on YouTube. So I think that it is an amazing platform to connect with you and provide maybe a little bit different information as well. So daily, if it's possible. That's a challenge, actually, that I might really consider. Why not? I mean, yeah, why not? Let me think about it. But yeah, it sounds like a fun one to do. So yeah, why not? Okay, the next question. Jessica, what do you think about differences between today's clothes and old pieces from 40, 50 years ago? I think that I really like vintage clothing pieces, and sometimes I like shopping in my mom's closet. You probably know I really use quite many pieces, especially when it comes to classic pieces, blazers, and oh, by the way, I actually did a video about vintage clothing pieces probably last summer, and I took all those pieces from my mom's and my grandma's wardrobes, and I just add this modern twist to those pieces, and it worked perfectly. I guess, I at least think so, that it worked out perfectly. So when it comes to difference, fashion goes in cycles, and fashion really gets back in, 10-year cycles. So some things are getting back from time to time. And especially right now, I would say that fashion really became very... allows us to wear so many different, pieces and styles. Because in one way, fashion wants to please their customers. So, flare trousers, they are in. Straight trousers, they are in. Palazzo trousers, they are in. I mean, everything is in right now, and everything is trendy. But of course, it depends how you create an outfit. Because, if you would think about clothing piece as a separate one piece, I think that, many things are quite in a fashion, in a way, fashionable in a way, because it generates sales, and it's very handy for companies. So, yeah, your question is about the differences between today's clothes and old pieces. So the main difference, I would say that it's not about how trendy it is. I think that the main difference is about the quality. And clothes usually from, 30, 40, 50 years ago, they really do have better quality. Even if, you would take a cotton, for example, 100% cotton, but it is made in different ways. And you can see that the weave is different, and many different aspects. So I think that pieces right now are not such a good quality that it used to be, and because of many reasons, of course, and because of the cost of the production, and everything gets more in this fast wheel, and production is totally different from what it was. But thinking from the user's perspective, I would say that quality is the main thing. And I like taking an advantage and digging my mom's wardrobe and finding pieces that I can wear successfully today. And I'm really proud when I find those pieces. And during the last live, I was wearing a raspberry colored blazer, and many of you commented on this blazer, and it was my mom's from 30 years ago. So yeah, I think that it is very important, usually to put our personal twist to the look that we are creating. And for example, the same blazer might be worn totally different by another woman, or by my mom, let's say. She would match it totally different. So I think, one thing is to have clothing pieces, and another thing is what we are creating and what we are doing with the clothing pieces that we own. And those challenges as oh, I cannot see right now. March, probably it was March. Those challenges really, they help us to see our clothing pieces in a different light, and sometimes they also help us to get out of the style route that we might feel sometimes. So yeah. Those are my thoughts. March. This is kind of my lifestyle. My outfits have one bold texture color piece that I pick first, and everything else recedes into the background or blend. I'm no style icon, but it is a fun, elegant look to me. Yeah, that sounds quite a similar way of combining the outfit. What I am doing, I'm picking my key piece and then building the outfit around it. And I think that is a perfect way in order to create the look that you love. Okay, so it's been already 1 hour we are chatting here today. I think that it is time to wrap this live session with you. I really hope that you enjoyed this topic, and let me know what we should discuss next. Actually, I have not yet prepared the video for Sunday that I'm posting usually on Sundays, but I have one idea. I will see how it will work out. It would be really useful from your side if you could leave me a comment, what you are interested in, what topics might be interesting for you, what value I might create for you, how can I be in purpose for you. Would be really nice hearing your opinion and suggestions for upcoming videos, for upcoming lives, because I am here to talk to you and to be in purpose for you, and would be just very nice hearing your opinion, and just to create content that would be helpful. So that would be great if you could leave a comment for me. And I always read your comments, even if sometimes I'm not answering, but usually I answer to all comments. So thank you so much for this time. I really hope that you enjoyed this live session, and see you on the next one next week. Thank you so much, and sending you my best wishes. Goodbye.